Take a look at this. Penn State softball just on an incredible run from 2022 to 2024. 36 wins, ties the most for the program and is the most since 1999 to 2001. Head coach Clarissa Crowell just doing an incredible job of turning around the softball program. And now they are headed to the NCAA tournament, so preparations underway here this week. And now for more on the program's success, we welcome in the woman herself, head coach Clarissa Crowell. Coach, great to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by.
It's a pleasure to be here and just to appreciate the opportunity to speak about our squad this year. So thank you.
Your squad has been so much fun to watch, but maybe the most fun thing I saw on Sunday was the reaction video to your team hearing their names called on that Selection Sunday show. You just had to smile. You could feel the joy through the screen, but what was it like for you being in that room in that moment?
I tell you, every time, and I've talked about this a lot, I get goosebumps every time I think about it, and it truly was incredible. It was a huge moment for our team, and we have not been to a regional since 2011. So this was huge. This was just such an amazing moment for our team, for this program, and for everybody who is a part of our Penn State family. So still getting goosebumps watching that, and I don't know if that's going to go away, but just an incredible and surreal moment. And I was just so thankful to have spent that moment with my student athletes and our staff. So just, yes, just exciting for us. And obviously it came down to the very last selection, which, just made it all that much better. So just an incredible moment for us for sure.
Now, your Sunday got off to an early start. You posted on X that your team hiked Mount Nittany right around 5 a.m. on Sunday. Where did that idea come from?
That came from our seniors, and that's something that they wanted to get up and do and be a part of, and they knew what that day meant. And, it was just their way of finding a way to stay together. And they climbed all the way up to the top of the mountain. I know that they had an incredible time with each other, and it's obviously an early morning start, but their day ended off pretty awesome. So ended up getting selected to go to regionals, and actually it ended with us going to the Creamery. So had a lot of fun doing that after our name was called. So just an amazing experience, and I'm so thankful to have been able to be a part of that with our team.
Hey, what's a big sports moment without ice cream to celebrate it after the fact? Love that you guys went to the Creamery as well. But looking back over the last 4 years, what we don't get to see is all the blood, sweat, and tears that go on behind the scenes for this turnaround that you've engineered. Just 7 wins in your first season back in 2021. And now you just pointed out your team headed to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2011. What did it take for your team to get to this moment?
I think you said it best, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I think it just took people, and not just our student athletes. And I've been saying this all year. I am a person who is very grateful just for everybody who's come through this program, former coaches, staff, former student athletes, and our current student athletes, of course, and amazing coaches and staff. And it's taken a village. It's taken people to believe in the vision and in what I wanted to build here. And it's taken a lot of hard work and a lot of hard times. But our goal, our mission this year was for us to make it to regionals, and that's what we did. And a lot of people, I think, at the start of this, because we lost some tremendous players from last year's team, they didn't know what to expect. But our kids, we've been saying it all year: chemistry, culture, talent, and belief. And our kids have believed all year that we could do this. And culturally, we're just in a really good spot. Our kids love playing together, and I do think that's been a big part of our success. So I'm just thankful to be a part of this journey with just tremendous kids and a coaching staff and just my full staff. So, but yeah, it's been a crazy past 4 years, but I'm really excited with where our program is currently and where I know where we're going. So it's a great time to be a Nittany Lion for sure.
Really quickly, want to touch on your team's Big Ten tournament showing against Maryland. I mean, quite the pitcher's duel that was. Unfortunately, your Nittany Lions didn't come out on the right end of it, but still an impressive battle to see. What did your team learn from that performance that they can take with them into the NCAA tournament?
Right. I mean, Maryland's a great team. Courtney Weiss is a phenomenal pitcher. And, we played them early on this season, and the first game went to 9 innings and the third game went to 12. So honestly, that game going into 9 really wasn't surprising. And when you have two great pitchers on the mound, that's just what happens. But I think just the experience of playing in extra inning games, whether it was that game, and really it came down to, we just needed to get one timely hit. But our kids have been in so many big moments this year, and not only in that Big Ten game, but just throughout the course of the year. And that's honestly, why we're able to go to the postseason, right? Because more times than not, they're stepping up when the moment calls, and I know that they're going to be ready for regionals, because there's nothing we haven't experienced. And actually, when you look at it, we're playing Texas State, and they're a team that we've played 3 times earlier this year. So it is kind of ironic how this has worked out. And when we played Texas State early on, we didn't have our pitcher Bridget. She was unavailable that week. So to have Bridget on that mound on Friday is going to be a big deal, because I have a lot of respect for Texas. Had a tremendous year, and I expect it's going to be a great game against the Bobcats. So.
One of those players who has continued to step up in those big moments, the name you just mentioned, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, Bridget Namath, incredible in the Big Ten tournament. You didn't have her the last time you played Texas State, but I want to ask just about her as a person. Beyond just what we see on the mound, what is it that separates her from being not just a good pitcher, but a great pitcher?
I have said this all year. First off, obviously, she's a great pitcher, but I truly do believe what sets Bridget apart from so many other, just not even pitchers, but players, is her composure. She is one of the most composed players I've ever coached, and she never gets high, she never gets low, and most importantly, she's just a great person. I mean, she loves playing the game, she's passionate, and her teammates love playing behind her. She's a selfless kid, and every time she goes out on that mound, she's just having fun. And I've just been extremely impressed. I think a lot of people actually have been impressed with what Bridget has been able to do. And Bridget will be the first to say this. She doesn't have the year that she has had without her teammates behind her. So, just really proud of Bridget and what she's been able to accomplish, but what our whole team has been able to accomplish this year.
As a former pitcher yourself, you must be so proud. What's your advice to her going into this NCAA tournament matchup?
Nothing changes. The game's still the same, and Bridget, the crazy thing is, the one thing about Bridget is she's just so composed, and there's not a moment that's too big for her. Although she did tell me the other night, the stress that she felt in the selection show was the most stress that she has really felt all year. So
no,
but no, I just, for me, and the message is the same for Bridget and for the team. We've been playing. It's the same game when you get to regionals, right? So I just want our kids to go out there and have fun and play loose and play Penn State softball, because when we're able to do that, we're an exceptional team. So we're just excited for the opportunity and looking forward to heading down to College Station.
The Bryan College Station Regional, where you guys have a date with Texas State, as you pointed out, what's going to be the biggest key to success for your group come Friday?
We're going to have to pitch it strong. We're going to have to defend it strong, and it's going to come down to timely hitting. Obviously, Caitlin Mullins is a great pitcher. She's having an incredible year. I think the one thing for us is we've seen her 3 times now. Because we played them in a 3-game set. But I think that, that's going to be the case for all games, not just with Texas State, because you've got tremendous teams that are down there. So, but again, I think if we can go down there and play the way that I know that our team is capable of, we're going to see a lot of success. And yeah, we're excited for sure.
All right, well, Coach Crowell, thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations on all the success your program has experienced already. Looking forward to watching you guys in action on Friday.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are.
Next here on Big Ten Today, we head to the baseball diamond, where the final regular season weekend is upon us. Hard to believe. The great Michael Huff is in studio with what to watch for in these upcoming series.